Cam, do you want to tell these lovely people why they've been conditioned and told what they're supposed to want?
Yeah,
Tell them why they're plugged into the fucking Matrix.
everyone who's watching this has been brainwashed. They're going to tell
Absolutely.
you.
You're all fucking victims of the Matrix. You've been conditioned. Break free.
Conditioned.
I'm Andrew Tate. Fuck you. Fuck society. Bitches.
Your name is Andrew.
So many people don't actually know what they want because everything has sort of programmed them. Parents, school, friends, the media, and not in a malicious way. You know, I was joking about the Andrew Tate thing before, but we're always told what we want, and it's really hard to sort of get in touch with yourself and say, what do I actually want? Because you got all this like brainwashing or programming.
Yeah, it's a difficult question. It's really difficult to get guys to like look in the mirror and like ask themselves what they want, or at least it's difficult to get a solid answer because we see in coaching guys asking us to make their choices for them a lot.
Yeah, like what am I supposed to do? What's the right thing to do?
But they'll phrase it in like, I want a technical answer to this problem, but like it's not. It's like, what would you prefer to do in this situation? Like, what it like? It would be something like the good example you gave was like, you know, like if someone's like, oh, should I start a business or should I focus on girls? It's like a good one. Like, you know what I mean? Based on my age and my experience, what should I do first? Like, well, what do you want to do? Like, that's Andy's Uno reverse card. Whenever someone goes, what should I do? It's just like, well, what do you want to do? Like, it's not, you're a grown man or woman. Like, it's really not for a coach to tell you what you want. You know what I mean?
But that's such a paradigm shift, man. Like so many people come to us thinking like, you're going to give me the answers and tell me what I'm supposed to want.
No, I can't help you achieve happiness unless you do some work on actually figuring out what you want. Do you know what I mean? Like what you actually want. And that's the biggest realization that we seem to have to coach guys through is like actually asking the question of what do I want? What do I want to do? Even if you have to like go off impulse, like I'd still prefer it's that to like, to like following like, I guess a conditioned or like having someone tell you what to do. You know what I mean? Because we can give you steps and actions. When you tell us what you want, we can give you steps and actions. But like, I don't know what those steps and actions are going to be if I don't know what you, if you don't like, you know what I mean? I don't know what you want. We can't really give you steps and actions.
100%, bro. Like to sort of flesh this out a little bit, people come to us all the time going like, okay, Andy and Cam and the other coaches are going to like, tell me what I'm supposed to do. Tell me what the correct answer is. Tell me what the right way to do things is. The first fucking thing we drill into people as soon as they join the coaching is like, you have to tell us what you want. And then we can push you towards that. And for a lot of people, dude, I feel like their 12 weeks of coaching is mostly spent figuring out what they want. And for a lot of them, that's like a life-changing, or for all of them, that's a life-changing like paradigm fucking shift. To just even be able to answer the question of what do I want, that's worth the fucking price of admission for sure. Because, you know, to pull back and go back to what we said at the start, you all listening, and me, myself, and Cam as well, we have been programmed, and not maliciously, but we've just been programmed by everybody else in our life and all of society to want certain things, to think certain things are good and to think certain other things are bad, and not really ever question that. Because if you went around questioning all the time, I think a lot of people would find that overwhelming. Like, is it really a good thing if I go to work my 9-to-5 job? Am I supposed to have a wife and kids, 2.1 kids and an average wife and have a white picket? Like, we never really question these things because they're just told to us, like, this is the correct way of doing things. Even in our circles of like getting laid and self-improvement and goals and stuff like that, people fight over, like different content creators and coaches will fight over like what the correct way of doing things is. You should be cold approaching. No, you should be doing online dating. You should be direct. No, indirect. You should be doing this. You should be doing that. And I think very few people actually just say to their clients or to their audience, what the fuck do you actually want? Like, this isn't about me and my ego and what I think is best and all of that. It's like, what do you, the person listening, actually fucking want? And like you said, that can be a hard question to answer because you've likely never asked yourself that actual question. What the fuck do I want?
This is why our coaching program is so good, because we're not like afraid of, we're not going to lose a client because they want something, you know what I mean? That's like super divergent from like the stuff we do, you know what I mean? Because like the group is basically there to get you whatever like you want. So like if you can figure out the actual question to what that is, we can then help you break down the steps.
And we obviously help people figure that answer out.
Yeah.
That's a big part of what the coaching is.
I think the reason like a lot of the marketing is actually just like conditioning you to want the thing that they're selling is because like if you don't want it, then you're not a sale. So it's like, that's the problem there.
You're talking about like traditional.
Yeah, like
marketing
in
and sales.
government
Yeah.
as well, like stuff like that. Like the government wants you to live in a certain way, which I guess helps the general population move in a certain
Mm.
direction. So there's reasons for why all this stuff happens, but like a big we're not Andrew Tate and his brothers and stuff like that. We're not like the whole break the matrix stuff. But there is a
That
degree
was
of
a
like,
joke. Yeah.
yeah, I know, but there's a degree of having to break that conditioning in order to actually
Yeah.
like moving forward in these kind of stuff. Like you and me are not living like traditional lifestyles and stuff like that. I imagine there are people who will watch this and be like in their minds, like these guys are causing societal damage by saying these things. You know what I
I've
mean?
had
Like
that
that's a
comment on
level.
my YouTube channel. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
had, you having sex with multiple partners is the downfall of society. Imogen is what's wrong with society and women these days. The fact that she's okay with threesomes and she has fun, like she's the reason society is going to shit. And it's like, hey, Imogen, did you know that you're ruining society? Oh, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's funny. There are people like the people, guys who are trying to get laid a lot who have these opinions. It's just like, oh, really? Yeah, that's crazy. But like, no, I think, sorry, to get back to the point of the conversation, like, figure out, like, ask yourself what you want. I would always be like looking at your goals and thinking like, you do actually want this? Because like it's going to be hard to stick to a lot of these goals if you find out like you don't actually want what you're chasing. Like I set goals I didn't actually want. We've all done this. We've all worked on something. You're allowed to decide you don't want it after you've put some work in on it. You don't want to. We don't care about sunk cost fallacy. It's stupid. You know what I mean?
You've learned
So
something. Even if you get
yeah,
halfway towards a goal and decide you don't want it, you learned a lot.
yeah.
You
So just
probably had to
understand.
evolve as well.
Yeah, understand. Like a lot of your desires may have been conditioned. So it may be a more difficult question than you think, actually figuring out what you want. But once you start being able to ask yourself that question more often, it gets easier to figure out what you
Yes.
want when you've done the hard yards in the first place to start like being able to figure out what it is that you actually want in any given situation. So yeah, when you go into these situations and you're asking like, what should I do? The first question you should be asking instead is, what do I want to do?
Yeah, and be patient with this question. Like you're probably not, for a lot of us, we're probably not going to ask this question once and the answer just immediately comes up. Oh, look, I know exactly what goals I'm going to work on and what I want. No. But what I would suggest is get a big piece of paper out and write in giant letters, what do I want? And just stare at that piece of paper. Maybe put it somewhere that you can see it every day and ask yourself that question every day. What do I want? You can also look into your own eyes in the mirror and say, what do I want? Or
That's the
what
one.
do you want? Yeah.
That's the one.
And
That's the
see
one.
what
That's the one that Gravy Train told me that I think is like the best one because you literally just go slightly insane, just like talking to yourself, being like, "What do I want? What do I want?
Yeah.
What do I
But
want?"
shit
Yeah,
will come up. Lots of shit will come up, and that's really good. And what we mean by shit coming up is you might have lots of limiting beliefs that come up, or excuses, or reasons why that thing is shallow, or like judgments, or self criticism. Like, for instance, if you say, let's just pick an easy one. If you say, I'm not happy with my sex life, I just want to get laid. Lots of thoughts might come up of like, that's shallow, that's wrong, that's using women, that's bringing society down. I'm adding to women's notch counts. That's evil. I'm not good enough to get laid. Why do I want such a shallow goal? Like all of this shit might come up. Take your time processing all of that. And obviously, if you join the coaching program, that's literally what we're here for. We can help you process that. But if you're not in the coaching program, just be patient and process all of that and ask yourself, is it true that this is shallow? And then go hunting for some evidence. Like look for evidence either way. Look for 10 reasons why you think it's shallow and then 10 reasons why you think it's not. If a question comes up of like, I don't deserve to get laid, look for 10 reasons that you do deserve to get laid. Like go hunting for the actual evidence and start processing some of these things that come up, because that is generally speaking the reason why most people don't ask themselves what they want, because they will ask the question, what do I want? An answer will come up, and then they will shame themselves, or they'll have lots of like shameful thoughts in their head, or negative thoughts, or limiting belief, or excuses, or like judgments of like, that's stupid, I can't have that, that's dumb, or that won't work. No, I don't have time to do that. That would take too much effort. Like, there's no way I can get laid. I'd have to lose 100 kilograms and I can't do that and blah, blah, blah. Or comparisons to other people. Yeah, I could never be like Dan Bilzerian. Like, that's impossible. Like,
yeah.
he does that because he's special.
Don't worry about the problems. Like we can find you the solutions. Don't worry about the problems. Just be honest about what it is you actually want. That would be the way I'd summarize it.
And as soon as you know what it is that you want, maybe what you're saying is like throw yourself not at the mercy, but like throw yourself into the protective arms of like us, like in the coaching program, or the guys on my forums. Like throw yourself into some people that you are pretty sure will support that goal and help you with that. You don't have to like process all the negative thoughts by yourself.
100%. And yeah, like you said, if you want help with this shit, like we'll even in the coaching program, we'll even fucking help you figure out what it is you want. If that's like your
Oh
actual
yeah,
goal.
it's
If
like,
you come to
bro,
Andy
I
and
feel like
like,
that's like,
I'll figure it out for you. Well, we'll not figure it out for you, but we'll give you the steps and we'll help you.
bro, I feel like that's like, I don't know, 20% of people come to us like not 100% sure what they actually want. That's like a big fucking part of the coaching. I said that at the start. Like honestly, like so many people come and we're like, okay, well, what about this? What about this? What do you actually like, bro? Especially when it comes to things like starting a business or like starting to make some money. How many people have we had that are like, I don't like my job. I want the independence of, earning my own money. I have no fucking idea what I would be good at or what I would enjoy. And we literally go, okay, here's the steps that you need to take to figure that out. Tell us like 50 things that you enjoy or that you're good at. And we can just go through and help you actually figure out what you want. So yeah, that's to be clear, we're not expecting that you know what the answer to this question is. We would like you with this video to just even start asking yourself the question of what do I want instead of what do I think the right fucking answer is. And to be clear, this applies to you and I too. What I mean by that is like, don't give the answer that you think Cam or I will approve of. We won't approve of the answer if you just say it because you think we will approve of it. We want to know what you want, even if it's something that you feel weird about saying. Like, trust us when we say people have told us all sorts of things that they've thought we wouldn't like to hear. Like everything. And so we want to hear the answer that you actually want. What we don't want is, oh, I'm going to say the answer that I think Cam and Andy want. Well, I want to have threesomes in BDSM and coach people because that's what you guys do. No, we don't. We don't want you to be little clones of us. That's the point of this video, is figure out what the fuck you want, not what you think the right answer is.
Yeah, 100%.
What should these lovely boys and girls do if they would like a little bit more help with this? Is there anything that we could help them?
I mean, I think they should check the links down below for.
No, wait, what are the links down below, Cam? What the fuck are the links down below?
I will get there if you let me get there.
Let me interrupt, though. I'm so excited. I have to interrupt to know what they are. Tell me.
They will get to see the details about the coaching program, but they will also get to see that you're offering $200 introductory calls as well, if that's one they want something a little bit, a little bit less expensive. But also, it's not just 12 weeks at the moment. It's not just 12 weeks.
What is it? It's not just 12 weeks of coaching. What is it? Oh my God, I'm on the edge of my seat, quite literally.
Currently, we're offering, for the same price as 12 weeks, 18 weeks of the coaching program. You seem surprised for the guy that set this.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we're offering 18 weeks for the price of 12, but only if you pay in full and only for the next 3 weeks. So click that link down below. This is a perfect opportunity if you've been sitting there thinking, I might do this coaching program. Do you know how many people, bro, email and say like, I want to do the coaching, but now's not the right time. Bitches, now is the right fucking time. 18 weeks for the price of 12 plus everything else that comes with the coaching. Plus we have 4 coaches in the program now that will coach you. The 2 of us here, plus Ed, plus Taylor. We will quadruple team you and we'll help you figure out what you want if you're not sure about that. And if you sort of know what you want, but you feel guilty about it or you don't know how to pursue it, that's what we're here for.
Peace out.
Peace out, bitches.